Hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft Dinosaurs. Today we're at the Kelenkens, and I'm going to show you guys a lot of the work that I've done. As well, someone had left a comment to name the second Kelenken Kelly, and that is what we're going to do. No, that's Kevin. Hold on. Come here, Kelly. Boom! Kelly. Alright, so, as you can see, there's been a lot of work done in here. We've got all the trees in place. We have blueberries growing off of them. I've done some texturing on the ground. We've got the water feature. So we have a little cave. And the water goes all the way up there into like a tunnel. Just to make it hydrologically kind of accurate. And it flows down here into a little stream. And then we're going to make a grate here where it'll flow down into a river that continues to the ocean. We also still have to make a little bridge so they can get across here. And yeah, we're not completely finished, but I have been working hard out here. I just wanted to bring you guys in and catch you up. I think what I want to do next, though, is I want to go find a tar pit and try and get ourselves our last Kelenken. Hopefully a male, so we can have eggs. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go do. I'm gonna cut and probably bring you guys back once I'm at a tar pit. Alright everyone, we have analyzed all of the, well, not all of it, but the vast majority of the tar we got. As you can see, we're on like the last 2 tar drops. But, importantly, we got 5 Kelenken DNA, which is insane. Now, we're definitely going to cook up at least 2 of them right now. And so, we're going to store these last 3 just in case something happens to any of them. But excitingly, we also got our first elasmotherium. And we're just going to pull all these DNAs out. I think most of them are duplicates by now, except for the elasmotherium. So, elasmotherium is definitely one I want to get in soon. But yeah, alright, so we're going to wait for those 2 Kelenkens to cook up. I think I actually need to make one more biogoo, right? Because we got this chicken, and then there's going to be 1 Kelenken, which will take this biogoo. So yeah, I need one more. Alright, I've brought some cows. Well, I kidnapped 1 cow, and then I impregnated it with another cow. So, now we got 2 cows. We also got a chicken in there for eggs. Anything else? I actually don't have an egg, I don't think, to make the biogoo. Which is, importantly, why this chicken needs to exist. But unfortunately, he's just a little baby right now. Right? Yeah. Wee little chick. So now we got our second cultivated chicken egg, so we can start making babies when they grow up. I guess we're just gonna run around and see if maybe this wild chicken's laid an egg. And then afterwards, once we get our last Kelenken in, you are amazing. Thank you, little chicken. After we get our last Kelenken in, we're gonna finish up the enclosure, I think today. Or at the very least, get it to around 90%. We're probably gonna leave the walls for last, and then we'll see if I'm feeling like doing the wall all the way around in this episode. But we will definitely finish up most of the interior, if not all of it. So we're gonna wait for this to finish cooking up, and I guess I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to hatch our last Kelenkens. Alrighty, we are back. The Kelenkens, and they are cooked up. All I've done between the cuts there as we waited for them to cook was I moved the cow and the chickens from there into a temporary holding pen over here. just so they weren't in the way. Every time I'm trying to like go out on the horse, these dudes were trying to escape. And then I also made this farm. It's obviously not finished yet. Very bare bones, but we got a functional farm now. This whole section's gonna be carrots. The middle will all be wheat, and then back here is gonna all be potatoes. But yeah, that's about all I've really done. Wasn't too long. So let's go hatch up our Kelenkens. And hopefully we get a male. Please give it male. Come on. That looks like a female. No, it's a male. Let's go. W. I guess I don't really have to hatch this one. I'm not sure. So it says their max population's 3, but I'm not sure if I can have more than 3 as long as they're happy. And so I don't really want to risk it right now. We'll just hold on to this Kelenken egg. But yeah, sick. We got ourselves our male. Now what I want to do is we're going to get out some of this mud here. Cobble deep slate. And we're gonna go into the riverbed. Oh, look, there's a fish. I moved a fish in here. I got it in the bucket and I was like, sure, why not? So we're just gonna muddy up the riverbed. Put a piece of cobble there. And just do it everywhere. Honestly, I don't like the cobblestone. Make it look a little messy. There is an annoying cave underneath us that all the items always fall into when I'm rearranging this riverbed. I hope you guys are enjoying the series too, because I've been loving playing this again. It's a little awkward getting back into recording, but we'll make it through. Okay, and then we'll just spam a bunch of mud now. Alright, that already looks a lot better. Fish, how you get up here? I should name you. I should name the fish. You guys got name suggestions for this little fish? If he lasts? Drop them in the comments. As well as a name for the male Kelenken, that little fella. He will need a name. Just do more mud there, and then we'll put cobble here, another mud there. Sure. Gotta get in here. All this stuff. Make sure we don't drown. Okay, sick. Now the riverbed is muddier. And right here, I'm not sure I like it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do muddy mangrove roots. kind of have a mix of the brown. I think that looks a lot better. Okay, and what we can also do is get out... We don't have any on us. We're gonna go get bone meal, and we're gonna put a little bit of like seagrass in the river to give it a little color. And here. We're gonna do a little more texturing on the ground, I think. I can't finish this cave quite yet. I need to get a silk touch for the idea I have for it. So, finishing up that's gonna need to wait. Right now, that andesite diorite kind of texture is very temporary. That is a lot of seagrass. Some would say too much, and I am inclined to agree. So let's get rid of some of this. I hate it here. Wrong button. Maybe not that one. Still a little too much, so we'll get rid of that one. There we go. Maybe not as much. Sure. You know what? Let's not overthink it. Looking good on the map. Now, one thing we still got to do is put this bridge in. And, well, this is kind of dangerous. I forgot. I probably should not have done this water feature until our final Kelenken was an adult. What am I doing? I got a laser pointer. Come here, little guy. Over here. That way. Yup. Here we go. Keep going. Thanks. I love this laser pointer. 10 out of 10. Alright, so next up. Next up. What do we do? I know. Okay, so we're gonna put all this stuff away. I'm gonna need to make a bunch of torches. Excuse you! Trying to go in there. Okay. Purple here. And then we're gonna take out some wood. Sure. Make a bunch of sticks. Okay. Now we need iron nuggets. Don't want to make a crazy amount. Our torches in. $15. That's probably enough for what I'm gonna do. Now we need yeah, deep slate. And then we want deep slate tile walls. And then we're gonna want a little more Probably for deep slate tile stairs and deep slate tile slab. Okay. Now we also got to. Where are we on? Need string. God, this chest monster. Ugh. I don't know if I've shown you guys in a previous clip. Excuse the frame drop. My computer got unplugged. My laptop. I don't know if I show you guys in a previous clip, but in order to solve the chest monster problem, we're building a railroad that's going to have a bunch of train carts, and each train cart will hold specific types of items, and this is going to go like all the way out here and to the beginning of the park. So that's going to take a while, but I already have ideas on how I'm going to build the train. I've done it in a creative world, so it should be sick. Ignore that. That was to make my life a little easier. And now we need acacia logs. Do we have acacia logs? We do have acacia logs. Okay. Do I want to make 15 of them? Not a lot. Sure. I know where there's a spider spawner, so string's not a big deal. But let's go back. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna build some little posts, not only to give some lighting to the areas via a lantern, but we're also gonna make them have our acacia tethered logs hanging off of them. So I want them, I think, 4 tall. And we'll make our first one. We want to position them strategically here. Alright, so like, this area's got no light. Hold on, I need scaffolding. Yo. This, and then we're gonna put. Bruh. We will put a. And we want it this way. A stair into a. Ooh, actually, hold on. We'll do stair like that. We'll do a full block. Lantern on top. Maybe we don't even need the slabs. Hold on. Let's see. Let me just put the tethered log here. Something like that. Ooh, it's a little tall, actually. Maybe we only want it 3 tall. Get like that. Yeah, that's better. I'm not sure I like the. I feel like something like that looks better. Or like maybe even if it was a stair, but now I can't put a lantern on it. Hold on, what if I did something still kind of horrific? Alright, whatever, we're just gonna do a full block for now. We can come back and edit these later. But I do want to get some of these things placed in. So there's a decent bit of light here from the glowberries, but none back here. This is kind of like a, I guess, a resting area for them. We can put... We'll put one right here. Hold on. 3 tall with this. And that, and the log. And then we can put one over on this side of the river. 2, 3. Lantern. There. And log. I feel like we need one more, maybe like here. Even though there is a decent bit of light. Well, face it this way. Oh. Okay. Now, I think all that's really left in this enclosure is to do a bit more texturing on the ground, which I don't know if I can really do quite yet. I don't have a Silk Touch shovel to get Podzol, which is probably what I want to put in here. And then, like I said, I need the Silk Touch to finish the cave, because I'm going to need dead coral blocks. And the wall, I do have an idea on how I want the wall to look. However, that's going to be a bit of a longer project, so I don't really want to do that on camera. So maybe what we do here is we just call this an episode. Nice little check-in. We got our 3rd Kelenken. Got a farm set up. I'd say that's pretty successful. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next episode.